Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio. I'm Leslie, and this is another episode of art making. And yes, I'm again going to be making some blob people. Um, so I'm starting out with a Stabilo Woody. I'm going to do a horizon there, the vanishing point there, just off to, like, if we divided this into the thirds, it's not quite in the middle, it's off to the third side of the place. I'm going to do a little bit of a cityscape here. Just kind of block some of that in. Oh, it's coming down, and then do a little bit. I saw, I was waiting for the train last night, and it was just like a super, super cool little, I'm going to put a little smokestack in there. It's just a super cool sunset with steam coming out of a smokestack. And then the train tracks were coming at me. It's just really cool. So I'm going to try to capture that scene a little bit. I'm using water brushes just for simplicity's sake. So I'm going to put some, sky was super orangey and magenta. So I'm going to get that in there. And remember, the watercolors will lighten a little bit. Not all that much, because these, what I do have is artist grade watercolors. This is my recently filled set. So there is a video about me choosing these colors, and they are pretty much just very much favorite colors I've used a lot over the years. And I just really wanted to use those colors in this palette. All right, so the Woody Stabilo is water soluble, and I did do this on dry paper. No real reason for that other than seemed like a good idea at the time. So I'm just going to drop a little bit of the cad orange in here. That is a super intense cad orange. I'm not accustomed to my orange being that intense. Wow, that's cool. All right, so we're going to add a bunch more water to that because the sky was more pastel-y than it was this intense. Also, so there's a lot of snow on the ground right now, so I'm just going to add a bunch of water to this. We're going to pull some of that color down into the rest of the image, kind of get that like reflective quality. And also the buildings had a lot of orange. They were dark, but very much orange. So I do want to pull that orange down into the buildings and the snow. So as you can see, I've added way too much water. And cue the watercolor dudes who always like to tell me I'm doing watercolor wrong. So I'm going to blot this just a little bit. And just in case you're worried, I don't really care about the dudes who tell me I'm doing watercolor wrong. I like doing watercolor like this, and that's not going to change. So, all right, so that definitely moved some of that color down into the buildings. I like that. So, and it is very cold and dry here in Massachusetts. We've had some seriously chilly temperatures, and that's just been making the air here very, very dry. But to speed this along, I'm going to use my heat gun. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to this smoke slash water vapor, just to gray it up a little bit. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to come back into these buildings, and I want them, I think I'm going to do a purple. So I've already got some blue over here. So I want it to be darker than the sky, but not overly intense either. So I'm kind of turning these into like a block instead of, so these buildings in the image are not as uniform. They go back and forth. The fronts of the buildings don't all line up the way that I've got them here. I did take a photo of this, but I'm just working from memory on this particular image, just because this is not about the urban sketch. It's more about the figures that I'm eventually going to be putting in here. All right, or figure. Am I going to do figures or figure? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. All right, so I'm going to darken some of the stuff closer to me. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, I've got some hard edges in here. That's okay. I think I'm going to switch to a different water brush just for simplicity. This one. Okay, no water is coming out of it. I think I'm going to use a little bit of that quinacridone gold, and I'm going to paint in those tracks. So in real life, these were actually the brightest. They were brighter than the snow due to how they were just reflecting everything. It was really cool. One of the things I do like about the quinacridone gold is how well it lifts up and re-wets. So I am dabbing in a little bit of that quinacridone gold up into the sky. And I'm going to add a little bit into that water vapor slash smoke. All right, I'm going to add some extra water in like the sort of focal point. Yeah, this water brush has a little bit of a flow problem. So I'm kind of lightening and lifting, but I want to leave the excess color. I'm going to use some of the granulation of the pigment itself, as well as letting the excess color do some work for me. All right, I'm just kind of softening a little bit of that. All right, so I've spent enough time on that. I think I'm going to put, I don't know, where should I put a figure here? So for the figure, I'm going to keep using this brush. I'm going to use that purple. I'm going to add a little bit of sepia to gray it out, just to darken it a bit. And I think I'm going to put a figure, like a larger figure. Kind of think like, actually, all right, so I think I want to start with the figure's head up here, and then bring a torso and leg down like so. I kind of like the idea that the figure is a little hunched over because it's been super cold here. And then in this case, the shadow is going to be cast behind them, like so. All right. So I'm going to darken this figure a little bit more. Need more of that indigo, more sepia. I'm going to darken the lower half. I think darken around the top of the head. All right. So I think all right. So I think I'm going to use a little bit more magenta. I'm going to give this figure a backpack. Why? Why not? I've done a couple of paintings of folks with backpacks, little blocky backpack. Um, and there we go. A little backpack on the person. And yeah, okay. So figure waiting for the train maybe. A little floating off in nowhere. But I actually like this one. It's a little less creepy than some of the other little blob figures that I've done. But I like it. So definitely inspired by real life. This is just from memory from the scene that I saw last night. I did take some photos of the scene from last night. I don't think they're the greatest, but we'll definitely be using them over for the rest of this week because it's real cold. All right, anyway, with that, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the comments and likes and all of that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, hit that subscribe button. And if you really, really like the video, head over to my Ko-fi account. There's a link down in the description that you can go there and you can see some of these images before the videos go live on YouTube. And I talk about creativity and write a lot of articles about it. So yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.